floor. I'm not really sure why, but it just kind of feels right to me in this exact moment. So let's talk about this video. This video is something I've wanted to do for a little while, and it's kind of something that I'm quite passionate about, but it didn't really fit into what I thought my YouTube channel was, which I literally have only made probably 6 videos, so I'm not sure why I was already putting myself in a box. So I'm just taking myself out of that box and allowing myself to do whatever it is that I want, because this is my channel, if you haven't noticed. So this video is actually kind of going to be an experiment, kind of just for me personally. I really have been sucked into social media recently and scrolling, and it feels like kind of like a never-ending cycle that is really hard to get out of. And I can tell the effects that it has on my mental health, more importantly my self-esteem. And so I really wanted to just talk about my thoughts on social media, my thoughts on short form content, and my thoughts on like where social media is moving towards, or it seems like to me. But I just kind of want to talk about it in this video, and also want to give myself a challenge for this entire week, and that is to not get on any form of short form content at all this week. All week I don't want to be scrolling on anything, and honestly I say it's a challenge, but for me honestly it's kind of going to feel like a break, and it's honestly, I think it's going to feel like a relief, because I know we talk a lot about short form content is bad for you, you know, scrolling is really bad for your brain, but no one actually, I feel like people say that, but no one actually stops doing it. People do, obviously, but I feel like I say that a lot, where it's just, oh, I feel like I've been scrolling all day, I feel like my brain has retained nothing out of this entire day, and I know that's bad. So I'm going to give my brain a relief and not get on any form of short form content at all this week. And I want to kind of take you along with me and talk about it as I go and do this process, and kind of show you what I'm doing to get off of my phone, kind of like activities that are non-screen activities, or just even watching something long form is better for your brain regardless. So I just kind of wanted to take you with me throughout this week and hang out, but also kind of be a little bit more vulnerable than normal, and to just kind of talk about my feelings. And so like as I've been preparing to record this video, I've wrote down a lot in my notes on my phone as well as in my journal. And I kind of just want to talk about my thoughts on social media, because don't get me wrong, I want to preface all of this by saying I do enjoy social media as a form of creativity. I love YouTube. I feel like I can just truly get on here and just pour out, it's such a creative outlet for me. I feel like the editing process is so much fun, and I feel like I get to just do so much with it. But I do feel like Instagram, TikTok, those are the main ones for me that I just recently has just been getting, it almost is getting frustrating how it feels like my body craves to get on it, and it's literally an app on my phone. It's not even real, it's not even tangible, but my brain is like, oh, I'm not doing anything right now, so let's scroll for 45 minutes and not learn a single thing about anything. And don't get me wrong, some days you feel like you've had enough, so you want to just kind of escape from your brain. I get that, but that's not where I'm at. So I just need to personally take a break, and I just wanted to talk about my feelings with social media. And some days I feel just so fed up with it, like, how are we so out of touch that we're, and I don't want to hate, okay, I'm getting my thoughts kind of messed up. I don't want to hate on any of these people. This is no hate towards these people whatsoever, at all. Like, I'm not even pointing a finger towards anyone. This is the feeling I get whenever I'm scrolling on Instagram Reels, TikToks, mainly Instagram Reels, because I don't really get on TikTok too much. But, this is how I feel, and it seems like social media now is going towards, it used to be a lot about relatability, like Emma Chamberlain back in the day. It used to be a lot about relatability, you know, super funny, entertaining, like Brittany Broski. but now it's going in the way of watching these people's lives that we could never in a million years have, that we could never live like this. Watching these people wearing these $300 workout sets go to their $200 a month Pilates class, their heated sculpt class, and watching them go get a drink afterwards, go get breakfast with their friends, and then go and get a fun drink later, and then go shopping, and they get sent all this PR. It's like, I get that it's entertaining because I watch this too, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that I'm better than anyone else because I'm not doing it for literally 7 days. I'm just saying I need a break from this because I feel like it is messing with my brain. How is it that I am watching these people buy these $250 sweatshirts like they're nothing, and buying all these things, being sent all these things, and promoting all these things that are so incredibly expensive? I see that, and so my brain is automatically, I feel like it makes you ungrateful for everything you have. I have a roof over my head. I have a wonderful job that provides me with a source of income, so I need to be grateful for what I have. But I feel like being on social media and seeing other people live these extravagant lives that is so unordinary, it makes it so normalized. So it makes me feel like the things that I have are nothing compared to that. And that is so untrue. And so that is something I really want to get back in touch with this week. I just really want to appreciate everything that I have. And I do not want other people that are watching this, if you're feeling that way too, remember what you have. This $300 Acta workout set is not it's not normal to own 7 of them and to get the new drop every single time. And I get that it's, it's fun for some people, and if you can, do it, but most people can't. And I feel like we shouldn't be normalizing living this life because these people live a very unordinary life. Like, this is not normal to be able to live like this, but that's all the content we consume, so it becomes normal to us in our brains. That is not normal. I want you, if you're watching this and you feel kind of like me, please know that that is not normal. So this week, you are going to be watching, if you continue this video, you're going to be watching a very normal girl live a very normal life that has a normal job, that gets a normal source of income. I don't go shopping, really, ever. I like to thrift every so often, not even that very often. I have plenty of clothes. I know I don't need more clothes. Do I want more clothes? Of course. If I had a ton of money, I would be buying these Acta sets, of course. I would be buying a Park sweatshirt. But I don't have that money. And I don't want to think that I'm any less compared to someone else because I don't have that money. So this week I want to do a lot of reading. I want to get back into reading. I want to listen to audiobooks. I want to work out. I want to spend time with my loved ones. I want to spend time with friends, and I want to cook for us and do normal things that bring me joy. And I want it to bring in even more joy than it has been recently, because sometimes it feels like all of a sudden the joy is being taken out of these activities because I'm starting to feel like I need to be doing what these other people are doing. My normal activities are not as fun anymore. And that's completely unfair because the life that I live is so wonderful, and I'm so grateful and privileged to be able to live the life that I have. And so I need to get off of social media for a little while because I don't want to be mean, I don't want to get frustrated, but and who knows, maybe this literally comes from a part of jealousy. Maybe I'd be the same way if I had all this money, and who's to say that I wouldn't. And I'm not even sure what I expect from these influencers because, they're literally getting paid to do what they do, so obviously they're going to do what they're doing. So I don't fault them at all. I just think that we have honed in on this type of content so much recently that it's becoming very normalized. So I just really want to get away from that. And I really want to just live a normal week and be very appreciative of my normal week. All this to say, short form content is terrible for your brain. I don't want to harp on that because obviously I think we all know it's terrible for your brain. And I feel like my attention span has literally gone like that. It has depleted, I feel like, because of consuming so much short form content. So while I am going to title this video how to fix my attention span or like something about my attention span, the truth of this video is that social media, it's not good for my self-esteem. YouTube is fine, and I'm gonna, yeah, I do have some exceptions, like, I'm not totally against screen time. I love to watch some TV shows, like, I'm loving Modern Family right now. Like, I'm gonna watch Modern Family this week. I'm gonna watch YouTube, but YouTube, to me, feels so different from Instagram or TikTok, and maybe that's because I consume different content on YouTube, but even just the fact that it's a lot longer, I just feel like it's so much more helpful for my brain and for my self-esteem and for my attention span. So this video is a little bit deeper than the title gives it, but I don't know how to put all that into a title, and I'm sorry. So if you feel this way, please spend this week with me, and I absolutely encourage you to do the same exact thing. Even just getting your notes app out on your phone and writing down the things that you're grateful for, because we have so much to be grateful for. There are people that literally don't have running water or food. Like, how am I feeling less than because I don't have 10 workout sets that cost $200 a piece and new shoes, new running shoes for all these things, and I don't have a bunch of new makeup products, and I don't have a bunch of new skincare, and I don't have free people clothes and stuff like that. It's just, that stuff does not matter whatsoever, and what matters is my relationship with my family and my relationship with God, and that should literally be it. I need to be grateful for what I have, and that is how this video is going to end this week. I am going to feel like a normal human being again. So, sorry for the rant. I know that was a lot, and it was kind of random, but it's just been something I've been thinking about for a little bit, and I've just been really excited to record this video and to kind of just sit down and talk to anyone watching that is willing to listen to me talk about this, because I know some people think that it's a dead topic and that they're sick of hearing people talk about how scrolling is bad for you and whatever. If that's how you feel, I'm sorry. This video just isn't for you. But I just know there are other people out there that feel bad about themselves because they only have one water bottle, or they don't have a Hydro Jug, or they don't even a Stanley. I think Stanleys are out, which is crazy. Like, Stanleys were huge and people were buying like 20 of them, and now they're not even trendy anymore. It's crazy. If you're interested in seeing me live a normal life, in a normal week, in a normal life with a normal girl, yeah, just keep watching. Okay, packing my bag. One of the things I want to do a lot this week, and that I feel like will help fill up free space. And I feel like free space, which is just kind of time where you're just kind of chilling, that's the prime time that I think I should scroll on my phone. So something that will help me is just literally going outside and either reading my book or watching YouTube, watching a show. I'm gonna bring my headphones. I just want to sit outside. It's really good weather. I think it's like low 70s, which is pretty perfect in my opinion. I'm gonna bring that. I'm gonna bring like some water. I just want to chill. To be super honest, I just want to chill, and I want to appreciate where I live. The current book I'm reading is Still Cress by Marissa Meyer. Did any of you watch one of my last videos? I can't remember what it was. I kept trying to sit down and read and I just couldn't. And that is literally one of the reasons why I need to stop scrolling, because it genuinely does mess up my attention span. It genuinely makes it to where my brain cannot just sit and read for a prolonged period of time. I'm not even kidding. It has been so hard for me to sit down and just read because my brain is like, well, and I just get bored so fast. But these past couple days, I've actually done some damage in my book, and I have this much left. I'm definitely like 80% through, and I think in that video I couldn't even get past 100 pages. So I'm gonna go outside and read, maybe listen to my audiobook. I'm listening to The Wedding People. I know this book was popular a couple months back, and I heard a lot of people say to read it, but I just didn't want to go buy it, and I saw that my library had it to rent for as an audiobook, so I've just been kind of getting into that. I'm not very far in at all, but if I just want to sit and feel the sun on my face, I can just listen to an audiobook. I have lots and lots of options. Sitting outside truly just like can cure so much in me. I was about outside for like 50-ish minutes. I read my book and I watched a little YouTube, but I was in the shade and not in the sun. And since it is low 70s and we're in a tank top, it was kind of cold because the wind was blowing. So I've been trying to keep up with my planner. And so for today, so far, what I've accomplished is start recording this video, do a few clips, and take out the ground beef for supper tonight. And literally that's it. So one thing I'm going to kind of try to keep as a theme in this week's video, and kind of just in this week in my day-to-day life, is just trying to fill my planner, but also allowing myself time to rest, because something that I often feel on my off days from work is I often feel like I'm wasting time whenever it isn't a day of rest for me technically, because I've worked all weekend and today is my first day off, so technically I should be resting, and sometimes when I rest I feel really guilty. So something I want to get out of is that, because I do feel like that's kind of come from social media, where I see all of these people doing so much and so much throughout their entire day. I feel kind of guilty, but it's very normal to have a slow day and kind of have a restful day and just do the things that you want to do. We don't get to do that very often, so whenever you get the chance, you should take that opportunity to do so. So today, I'm kind of just chilling randomly right now. I really want to eat a lemon. If you know me personally, you know that's not weird, but apparently that is kind of an uncommon thing to other people, because I talk about it at work and people will look at me like I'm nuts. But anyways, we don't have any lemons, so I think I'm gonna go to the store and get some, or maybe just get like one or two, because I don't need a lot, because I don't eat them every day because they're terrible for your teeth, but they are freaking delicious with some salt. So I'm about to go to Walmart probably and just grab a lemon. Yeah, this probably is very boring, but I'm trying to just be authentic and to just not change something about my day just to make it seem like it's productive and trendy and doing this and doing this. I'm literally bringing you along my week with a girl who is very normal, so I hope this isn't that boring. Alright, I went to Walmart, I got my lemon. I also got some Cheez-Its for Liam because he loves white cheddar Cheez-Its. They're like his favorite thing in the world, so I went and got him some. And kind of just been chilling. I ate some lunch. Now I'm feeling like I want to do something a little active. So something I've been doing recently is I've been really liking to get on the bike at the gym, which is really random for me. I always like to walk or work out or do Pilates, whatever, but I'm kind of not in the mood to do Pilates in this exact moment. Like, I don't want to watch anything, workout videos. I'm not gonna do that right now. But I really want to go to the bike, so I'm gonna go to the gym, watch YouTube on the bike, and I don't know, it's just something that makes me feel really strong, which is weird. Also, it's really nice because I can do so many miles so fast. Like, compared to walking on the treadmill or just walking in general, it's like, to do 3 miles, it almost takes me like an hour. And when I'm on the bike, I can do like 3 miles in like 15 minutes, which is crazy. And I don't know if that's good, bad. I don't even know if there's like a pace. I have no clue, and I really don't care. I'm just having a lot of fun, to be honest. I have on this Lululemon shirt. I got it secondhand off of Depop years ago. And then these leggings, they're literally just black leggings. They were from Amazon that I also got a couple years ago. A good way to stay off your phone is to be active, and be active in a way that makes you happy, not in the way that you see people on social media doing. I'm doing this because I want to, and I'm doing it because it brings me joy, it makes me feel strong, and it makes me proud of myself. And that, for me, is all that matters in my form of workout. It just needs to be something that I'm having a lot of fun with, I'm getting a good sweat in, and I'm proud of myself. So
That's beautiful, look. That's how you organize
but it's like probably Chicago.
it. Sweet. Maybe.
My camera is recording. Like,
Wait, it's recording?
yes! What do you want for supper tomorrow night? Why is it that my brain literally is like, oh, get on your phone and scroll? What does that mean?
That's what you're conditioned to do.
Well, I'm changing that.
Well, obviously you're trying
I'm gonna read my book.
to. Yeah, when I say we are a child, we are a child.
Good morning. It is Tuesday. Last night, like I told you, I finished my book and I did restart. I don't know if you could tell really what book I was reading, but I am restarting The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer. I almost restarted this whenever I did restart Carrie Soto's Back. It was between this and that. And honestly, like, what I enjoy about this book is that it is a young adult book. It has some pretty heavy topics, but since it is a young adult book, it's so fun to read. It's so easy and fast, and the sentences are short, and the chapters are short. Font is big. Like, honestly, I'm just here for a good time. So, if any of you haven't heard about The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer, because it is kind of a random book, I've never really heard anyone talk about it, besides maybe a few people, but it's just, I feel like, not a mainstream book, possibly. Maybe it was at one time, but it's not anymore. This book is about Mara Dyer, who we start off the book and she has just woken up from something and she is in the hospital and all of her family is around her. She's like, what happened? What happened? And to tell her she was in a very big accident where all three of her other best friends didn't survive, but she survived and no one knows what happened besides her, but she can't remember any of it. And throughout the entirety of even the first two books, I haven't read the third book, but the first two books, it's the theme where she is having these hallucinations, and since she is the narrator of the book, you don't know if things are real because she doesn't know if things are real or not. So it's kind of a trippy book, but it's honestly it's just really interesting, and like I said, it's really quick to go through. And yeah, so that's where I'm at in this book. I'm about 44 pages in, like not super far, but like I said, I started right before I went to bed and I read 44 pages. Like that shows it's very, very fast to get through. Let's talk about my plan for today. I want to go to Hobby Lobby and I need some more scrapbook paper because I had a lot of scrapbook paper at home, but whenever I moved out, I think they were kind of all thrown away, which, you know, is fine. And then I also want to get some fake flowers to put into a vase because I know I love flowers and I think that fresh flowers are so beautiful, but they die, and I just rebuying them is just kind of annoying. And it also makes me really sad when my husband buys me a fresh bouquet of flowers and they die. Alright, I'm dressed and ready. My outfit. This top, I think it's from Amazon actually. It's literally light pink. I thrifted this pink sweater, and then these jeans have these little studs all the way down. They're wide, like at the bottom. They're from Old Navy. And I'm having pancakes with sprinkles in them, and I'm wearing a cute outfit. That is way too much. And I'm going like 2 places, so. But who cares? I'm having fun. Saturday, and the last time I filmed was Tuesday. I haven't filmed much because I got so much footage from Monday and Tuesday. I kind of was like, I don't really need much from the rest of the week. I just wanted to kind of keep an update. And I will say, like, I have continued doing this challenge and I just feel so much better. And also I just feel like it's not as hard as I thought it was gonna be. It's not nearly as hard as I thought it was gonna be. And I am halfway through my book. Yeah, I'm like halfway through my book. And I feel like normally I wouldn't have even gotten this far. So I know it's because of the— hear someone talking, and it's my husband. He's playing Fortnite. Anyways, I'm about to go to a festival thing with some of my friends and my husband, and yeah, I've been just doing lots of things with my friends and my family. I got to see some of my family last night. I don't know, I just feel like my brain feels clearer than it normally is, and my attention span is so much longer. I don't know, like a 20-minute video is starting to feel like too short, which is crazy, which is great. Absolutely great. I do scroll on Pinterest though. I will say that has been my thing that I've been allowing myself to do, that I scroll on Pinterest. But I mean, to me, Pinterest is inspiring. So anyways, my outfit, if any of you care. This top, this tank top, I thrifted it. I'm not really sure the brand. And then I have on some jean shorts. Basic, but you know, I've got some lashes on, feeling great. So I just want to kind of update you and tell you why I haven't been recording any clips probably since Tuesday, and it's Saturday. It's just, I've been doing a lot of reading, I've been doing a lot of hanging out with my husband, kind of with other people, so I just haven't recorded. And also I already have a lot of footage, so I don't need this video to be an hour long. Good afternoon. It is Sunday around 12 o'clock. We just got home from church, and it is the end of this week, and so I kind of want to wrap up this video, but I did want to talk about my experience and some of the things that I got to do this week that I feel like I wouldn't have normally done if I would have been filling my time with short form content like scrolling. I did successfully beat the challenge, which it wasn't actually, I was telling my husband this yesterday, it wasn't actually as hard as you would maybe think it was going to be. Maybe you wouldn't think it was hard, but I kind of thought it would be a little difficult, but it really wasn't. Honestly, because I have so many other things that I like to do besides be on my phone. It's just that I normally resort to picking up my phone and then being sucked into that. Yesterday we went to the festival, like I told you. I got this little stuffed animal bee. It's so cute. It makes me so happy. We had such a fun time yesterday hanging out with our friends. I kind of wanted to just talk about my thoughts afterwards from this video. I feel like it reminded me that this actually is not hard whatsoever to just stay off my phone. It's just you have to make a conscious effort to do so, and so that after I've done this, I definitely want to keep my scrolling to an absolute minimum. If I ever get on my phone to get on Instagram, I don't want to be on there longer than 5 minutes, which maybe is a long time, but for me, it was like I would get on and then all of a sudden I'd be on there for 20 minutes and I didn't even realize the time had passed, which is crazy. Some of the activities that I did to stay off my phone, if you're interested in maybe doing this, is like I would predominantly I just would read my book, or I would listen to an audiobook as I got on Pinterest and maybe scroll on Pinterest. And I watched a lot of YouTube, but long form YouTube, 20 minutes plus, usually 30 minutes I prefer. But I did that. You can scrapbook, you can cook, you can bake, you can work out, you can do all these fun things, go on walks, go on bike rides, play pickleball, play tennis. There's so much to do, there's so many other activities that you can do besides being on your phone. And I've really come to remember that this week, and I'm really glad that I did, because I feel like it was starting to kind of become a problem, and I don't want that to become a problem again. So thank you for being with me this week. Thank you so much for watching this video. I truly appreciate it more than anything in the entire world. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I highly recommend you to do the same thing, because it has truly opened my eyes again and kind of brought me out of the world of social media and put me back into the real world. So thank you.